All right, guys, I just wanted to greet everybody today. It is a Muslim festival day, Eid al-Adha, Mubarak to you all. So, creature of habit. um, Even though it's a festive day today, I'm still working. I've just literally finished. Been working all day, been busy. I had to do a bunch of meetings and this and that. And this also kind of relates to why I'm working so hard. Why am I working the backsides off, right? Why am I doing this? In fact, I'll tell you what, I'm going to park up, find a nice little spot. I'll park up and I will talk a little bit more. Now, I had one of our members on Discord, KR. He mentioned something about EFI affinity, basically, and probably a few other bits and bobs, right? And there are other coins that do come up when you start talking about anything in Polkadot ecosystem. Polkadot, I have been fairly disappointed in. In fact, this is you're not going to believe this, right? So if we talk about the number of coins that one owns, right? So like how many coins of something you own. For me, Polkadot is the biggest holding. I'm going to leave the meme coins. I do hold a few meme coins, and I'm talking about Shiba and whatnot. I'm going to leave those because they are meme coins, right? But when you're talking about serious coins, for me, it's been Polkadot, always been Polkadot, right? So I do hold a massive stash of Polkadot. Years ago, I bought Polkadot when they first come out. I bought them at a few dollars. Right now, my head's not working, but I bought them at a few dollars. And we went all the way up to the top, the all-time high. Then we started coming back down again. In fact, when we came down, when we had the dip, I was kind of positive about it. There was some news around it or whatnot. I ended up buying more around the $30-ish. And since the $30, I have been kind of dollar cost averaging down, right? So when the price is coming down, I'm also buying. The last buy I did was around $7 or something like this. So of course Polkadot has been coming down and the ecosystem has been battered, right? Battered. So the question is why? Now I have a theory. Again, it's probably another crazy theory of mine, but I do have a theory, and I think there are players in the market who don't want to see Polkadot succeed, who have probably become whales, bought a shit ton of it, and are probably dumping every time Polkadot tries to go up, just to keep the price down. Now in the long run, it's a good thing because it gives more people opportunities to buy. That's the honest truth, right? It's the most how the logical thing that in my opinion, it's like, right, you didn't have an opportunity to buy, you buy. So that's what Polkadot is giving me, an opportunity to buy. So I mean, if I have more cash, I'll buy more, right? Because this is one of those kind of a thing, right? You don't know what it's going to do. It's big. It's very big. It's created by a very smart man. Now, the disappointing thing for me is that he hasn't launched the whole thing. I mean, for God's sake, stop the parachains if you want Polkadot to succeed. Or, right, if the plan as it is, right, as it is set right now, if it continues, then Polkadot is literally doing what it needs to, because Polkadot isn't due to do anything until 2025, right? Because you've got 2023, end of 2023, I believe the parachains auctions finish. Some of them even finish somewhere around 2024. And then I think by 2025, it's all over, right? It's going to be like, it's one of the longest parachain event ever in history, right? Nobody's ever done this kind of thing. So each one of these parachains, think about it like a token generation event, right? So people go in, they buy, they invest, whatever, they put their Polkadot, whatnot, and they're getting the coins as a reward. So you don't even have to buy the coins. I mean, you're free to buy them when they go into the market if someone's decided to put them onto an exchange or whatever. And again, that's where the whale hands come to play, because unless you're a whale, you wouldn't have a sufficient quantity to put on an exchange. So if Binance becomes a whale, then of course Binance is going to list it, because Binance wants to trade it, buy, sell, trade, whatever. So this is the kind of a scenario I'm thinking about that's actually happening here. And I think definitely, whales out there have been playing the game. So this means that, look, whoever is trying to accumulate as many free coins as possible from locking up their Polkadot coins. They are doing it. By the way, there's another fun fact about Polkadot a lot of people didn't know, right? So Polkadot parachains, right, if you did it through some centralized exchanges, here's a fun fact. You stake your dot, you get like another peg dot, right, whatever the fake dot is, you get that, and that kind of tells them how much you've got, right? So once you've got that and your reward schedule is fixed, right, so I'm talking about the original Polkadot parachains, right, and your schedule is fixed, from that point onwards you actually continuously get your reward, but you don't need your dots anymore. So you could technically withdraw your dots and sell it if you want, trade it, do whatever. I'm still holding, but that's just what I'm saying. Now, coins like Affinity, there's a few others the brother mentioned. Again, just my head is kind of blank right now. I'm really tired, believe me. I've been out since like 9:30, 10 o'clock, and I'm hungry. I haven't had anything to eat, and I'm thirsty. I'm going to stop and I'm going to have a drink. So what was I saying? What was I saying? I was saying something. Right. Anyway, so the Polkadot ecosystem. Let me just park up here. Give me a second, guys. Sorry. Let me just have something to drink because my brain is not working right now. Right. Let me just have a drink. I need a drink. Honestly, I need a drink. It's just been so. This is like I've drank loads of water today anyway. I feel so much better. Right. So, Affinity. What was the other one? A few others anyway. So all of these coins that have launched, right? Now, they are suffering because of the Polkadot ecosystem. They are suffering because of how many dots somebody's staked and received in free, and then they're dumping it. So whales are playing a big part in this, right? This is the key here. You got to understand. Now, as for buyers, holders, and speculators, right? Ultimately, it's a bonus. It's a win-win. So I think he mentioned something like, okay, I'm heavily down, and should I just pop in another 50, to round it up or double up on it? If I was you, that's exactly what I would do. That's exactly, because if I've, say for example, I've put $5,000 in, and $5,000 is now $50, right? Then I don't see a reason why I shouldn't throw another $50 into it. Yes, it's down. So what can you do, right? If we didn't exit early enough, right, and cut your 5-10% loss, and now you're at 99% loss or 95% loss, whatever, if the opportunity is there for you to drop 50, 100 and then accumulate the same amount of coins, I would do that and just sit there, because what's another 50 going to do? Nothing. So that's the whole idea. It's like, if I lose it, it's nothing. I'm just losing another 50 on top of what I've already lost. So that's how I would treat this, right? But again, I'm not giving you any financial advice, right? I'm not a financial advisor. This is not a financial advice, but that's what I would personally do. Is if I've lost $5,000 and something's now flashing and saying, all right, look, the price is down, you might want to top it up with another $50 and you could potentially make more. Yeah. Now the thing is, the market, you have to understand, right? So in the market, there are two types of people, right? There are those who become whales, who are playing with big money, who will always dump regardless of what happens. However, the hands do change, because over time, if people are positive and people start buying, then the whales have no choice to buy as well. So the effect that they have by dumping on the market and bringing the price down, well, in reverse, when they have no choice but to buy, they start pumping the market. So we have to factor these in whenever we are doing buying, trading, or whatever. Yes, there are loads of coins that went down. I mean, I've received a nice ton of Affinity. What's the Akala? Yes, Akala. What's the other one? Moonbeam. See, my head's working now. I've had a little bit of water, my head's working. Moonbeam in Moon River and XYZ. So I've had these coins given to me for free. Now, there is potential for all of them to start pumping. Of course, by the time Polkadot arrives, anything could happen. And I'm not sure what's going on with Polkadot, right? Because, as I said, look, Polkadot has its stated parachains event, right? Some finish around end of 2023, some finish around 2024, and possibly others by 2025, because they have event over event over event. And each event, people go in and people stake their coins and they receive XYZ, right? So that's what's been happening. It's just another way of you generating tokens and receiving some free tokens, right, while using your DOT. Of course, the valuation of DOT is heavily devastated, right? And as I said, people have been buying and selling the free coins that they've been receiving, and it depends on how many coins. And I know, because I've got thousands of DOT and I do receive a lot of free coins. It's not worth much now, but I have received a lot. However, saying that, I have topped up, right? So when a few months back, I had a few $1,000s on me, and I said, you know what, I want to top up on some of these coins that I'm feeling quite good about, right? So it was one of those feel good moments. It's like, okay, and strategical as well, obviously. I'm like, okay, the price is down now. How far can it go? It's 95% down. Market looks like it wants to come up again. And this is when we started moving off the $15,800 BTC, and the market structure looked okay. It's like, okay, I can take a bit of risk right now. So what I did was I topped up, like put a grand here, grand there, grand there, grand. I did that, right? And then that particular time I also topped up, and this is when DOT was around $6-7, right? I even topped up about 3 grand into DOT as well, again more, right? So I've been super bullish, and right now I am bullish on Matic as well. But then again, I want to talk about a overall market thing as well. So what's happened is, by the time Polkadot officially launches, we'll probably have about 10,000 new blockchains, right? And believe me, there are thousands. There's about 4,000 blockchains at the moment. Why? Because people have figured out that, hold on, why go and reinvent the wheel like Polkadot is doing, right? Which is a good thing in my opinion, but why reinvent the wheel when you can just copy and paste? So a lot of the coins that call themselves EVM compatible are literally EVM. They are literally built copy paste Ethereum. That's what they are. So that's what people figured out. That's what people are doing. And obviously projects with big funding, and I'm talking massive amount of funding, institutional funding, government funding, whatever you want to call it, right? They are able to pull it off, right? Because they got the marketing capacity. They will pump the life out of it. So that's what they've been doing, right? So I am still bullish on Polkadot, still bullish on the ecosystem. But it's a matter of waiting. You're going to need a lot of patience. Believe me, I'm so down. I like financially, right? Dollar cost averaging down, buying a whole bunch of coins that I feel that, okay, should start moving now. Because when BTC pumps, and BTC, if you look at the BTC market from where we were at 15,800, because I'm thinking that's the market bottom. So from that point to where we are now, we're 50% up, right? 50 or 49% up. So that's BTC. So the altcoins should pump in accordingly, right? Should do another 50% or something like this, but it hasn't happened yet. So I am expecting a altcoin run, but it hasn't started up. I'm being honest with you. Yes, 1 or 2 altcoins pump. Who gives a shit about them, right? Let me explain this as well. Please understand this. We have over 1 million tokens right now. There's no specific number, because there are thousands coming out every single day, right? Scammers are pumping the market, right? Creating confusion. There's so many, like, crypto phishing attack, let's call it this way, right? There's so many BTC coins, but you don't even know which one the real one is, right? So someone's buying BTC assuming it's BTC, but it's not. It's actually probably Ethereum. So there are so many scam coins out there. It's just unbelievable, right? So let's just say, just round it up to 1 million, right? There are over 1 million tokens out there. Now, out of that 1 million token, you'll probably have, 10, 15, 20 pump. But usually it's only lasts a day or two, right? That's because they're scam coins, right? They're doing rug pulls or whatnot. A lot of people are making money, a lot of people are losing money, because if you're not out in time, you're wrecked. So that's what's happening, right? But the big boys, and I'm talking about Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all the top 100, let's just say top 100 coins, right? Because currently, if you look at 1 million and then you divide that, right, what you'll see is it's probably 0.001%, right? It's not even 0.1%, right? When you look at the top 100 page. So 100 coins out of 1 million is nothing. So we're not even 1%, right? That's how low the legitimate coins are, and they haven't pumped. So if they haven't pumped, that says to me that the pump is due, is going to come at some stage. It just hasn't arrived yet. It all depends on patience right now. So if you don't have the patience, then I'm not sure what to say. Honestly, I can't say anything, because believe me, my psychological status right now, my mental mental status right now is not as it was. Believe me, I am a man of willpower, right? For me, if I say something, I stick to it. I stick to my guns to the end, and that's what I've done. So what I say is what I do, right? So when I've said that I'm going to be buying, I've bought, but I've bought and bought so much to the point where I don't have any more to buy with, right? And that's gone down as well, right? So now I'm in a bit of a dilemma. It's like, shit, okay, what do I do now? Also, I don't know if many of you guys know, back in 2020, I actually left the cash system. So like fiat money, I left it. So I've been living off crypto for a very long time, and I've been paying my bills, doing whatnot, all sorts of ventures and everything with crypto. It's gone tough now, because where it went to was great, right? But where the way I'm looking at it is what I originally bought it from. So for example, Ethereum was one of the biggest investment that I used to spend from. So for me, Ethereum obviously went to like 4 or 5k, whatever it was, right? 4.5k or some shit like that. It went to. The numbers look great, but if I didn't spend it then and I'm spending it now, right? Things change, because now I'm spending this money, and all of a sudden I have less and less, because my expenditure's gone up, my expenses gone up, everything's gone up. So I have no choice but to top it up. I'm literally working my backsides off trying to do this. And while I'm doing this, obviously I've had situations that I've kind of updated the community about, and there's a lot of, it's like really personal to me, so I can't really say much of it. I don't want to really say it publicly, but some of you are aware how I've lost money on certain things, how I've been cheated money on certain things, and when I'm saying money, I'm talking about crypto, right? So these things have happened to me. So one after the other, bad things. And then in real life, business failure, or partnership issues and XYZ, right? So when you factor all of this together, my mental status is not great. And then on top of that, I want to launch my own project. I'm ready to launch today, but I'm afraid, right? And a lot of people say, what are you afraid of? I said, well, what if people don't use it? What if there's no adoption? If there's no adoption, then it's a high factor, it's a high risk, right? So it's one of those kind of things. Like when I launch it, are people going to actually use it? Are people going to buy it, sell it, trade it? I don't know. So my the mental capacity, right? My mental status, what I can hold, or what I can kind of, how would I say this? Like, there's a level like you can go up to, right? That's your max level, right? Max pain. Let's call it max pain, right? I've kind of hit the max pain everywhere. Believe me, I've hit the max pain. So I'm having more of a kind of a psychological breakdown right now, a mental breakdown, if you want to call it. Really having that, because this last couple of years has been very bad to me. It's been very bad to me. Believe me, when I first entered crypto, and it's not crypto, I'll tell you, crypto didn't fuck me, people fucked me. Crypto hasn't fucked me at all. So last few years, I've been messed up left, right and center by people who are close to me, people who I thought were close to me, people who I thought cared for me. They don't. They're all selfish, right? Everybody turned out to be selfish, right? I'm not going to say everybody. There might be 1 or 2 guys out there who are not, but the point is everybody turned out to be selfish. I've never ever wanted anything from anybody, never. But I never expected anybody to come and kick me when I'm really down. I've never expected anybody to make me feel so bad when I'm already having issues, personal issues, right? Never felt like that. So for me, yeah, it's been really tough. Last few months, been very tough. And yeah, I need to get back in my game. Honestly, that's one of the reasons why I'm just trying to stay as positive as possible. I'm doing what I can. I'm like, well, fuck it, shit happens, right? You know, I've been living off crypto. Now I'm going to live off fiat if I have to, right? Push comes to shove, I have to do it. I used to do it back in the days to kind of top up on my daily expenses, but now it seems like I'm going to have to restart my entire journey. So it's like, the way it feels to me is like I've gone back to basics, right? You know, the way it feels like to me is, you know, the liquid capital that I had, that I accumulated, I've lost it. That's how it feels like to me, and that's the truth, right? So I feel like I've gone back to square one. I feel like I've kind of rewinded and, you know, gone back to the past, like how I was back in 2015, 2016, 2017, well, 2016, I would say. So I've come back to that state, right? You know, and it's just been really, really mentally stressful. It's like I don't know I don't want to sit home. I don't want to sit outside. I don't want to talk to anyone. I don't want to do nothing. I just want to switch my phone off, because people you expect, right, you know, to actually understand you, not help. Nobody needs to help you, right? I don't expect anybody to help me, give their hand or whatever. I don't want anything of anybody. Never did, never want, right? I'll happily give. If I have, I'll give. I don't want anything of you. But that moral support, or people who actually understand, okay, hold on, this guy's going through shit, let's not give him any more. You know, and I'm talking about just pathetic stuff, like things that would really switch me on, right? Things that would really piss me off, right? Just don't do that. If you know me, it's like, right, okay, he's having a hard time right now. Don't fuck about with him, right? And that's what's happening. So for me, you know, years ago, I actually went to anger management. So I used to have an anger issue. I went to anger management. And I'm kind of using some of those. It's like, okay, when you're really angry, when you're ready to explode, you don't go and just smack someone or do whatever. And that's how I feel like sometimes, right? But I'm like, fuck it. You know, I'm going to swallow my pain, and then I'm going to try and forget about it. But it's hard. Believe me, it's hard, right? When you're completely, continuously being battered with bullshit, right? I can't stand that. And little things right now, little things are kind of switching me off, right? Little things are really, really firing me up. So I'm doing everything I can to control my emotional thing and my anger as well towards some people that, you know, I have a personal relationship with, people that I trust, people that I trusted, right? You know, people that I have had relationship for many years, who, you know, have never ever disappointed me, but then all of a sudden, you know, they even decided to cheat me. I have no words for it, honestly. It's disgusting. But as much as I don't talk about it, it's cooking inside as well. So me swallowing it just doesn't finish there. It's there. It's constantly in the back of my head. It's constantly there. It's like, you know, you don't know what to do. And then, you know, other investments that I've made, I put money into business, I put this, and it just doesn't work. You know, you try. And, you know, me investing money into a business wasn't for myself. I was trying to help someone. But it's like, you're not appreciated. So I'm like, you know, fuck it. What am I doing this for? I'm wasting my talent. I'm wasting my effort. I wasted my money already. So fuck that. That I'm not seeing anymore. So is it worth me sticking around and giving more? That's how I'm thinking. So, you know, when it comes to crypto, it's pretty much the same thing. Yes, everything is in shit right now. But what do? You know, crypto is pretty much in the same kind of a level as me right now, right? You know, crypto, most altcoins are literally in the shit or being shat on, right? I'm in shit, right? And I feel like I'm being shat on, right? Especially by, you know, people I care about or I cared about. And yeah, it's just been doing my head in like this, right? So what do? Do I give up? No, don't give up. I might leave something, you know, like a shit coin. Okay, my bag's gone down, I'm going to leave it, I'm going to forget about it. That's what I'm going to do. But I'm going to move on. Doesn't mean it's the end of everything. So, you know, that's the thing. It's like, I can't explain this, but it's hard for me to say what I really want to say or what I have in my head. But I have recently had, mostly, I would say, a mental breakdown. You know, I've been really impacted psychologically, really impacted. Even now, speaking about it, it's hard. I'm literally thinking about words to say because I don't want to say or react in a particular way, you know. But yeah, that's what's been happening. So really, really shit. But I'm gonna get back up there. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna be back in the game, and I can say the same for most of the altcoins that have been dumping, because after a dump you expect a pump, and the big pumps are coming. So I know there's a lot of, and this is what concerns me a little bit, by the way, guys. So if you watch the video to the end here right now, so here's some information for you. What worries me: crypto has pumped based on BlackRock news, based on, you know, Coinbase, Binance wins in the courts and this and that, because these, if they do win, they are a precedent for future court cases, right? So they are positive, but when that positive news is overblown and put out everywhere, people are investing money to put it on every single newspaper, there's an ulterior motive. So in that sense, I would stand a bit cautious. Yes, I'm still dollar cost averaging. Every penny that I've got spare, I'm still putting it in. But I will be cautious, because I really need to see like the news to be neutral, not too hyped up, because right now it's just too hyped up. I don't know if you knew this as well. So if you watch my video, I've mentioned this I think on 2 or 3 videos. I said the right time to buy is when there's complete madness, you know, the biggest FUD in the market. When every newspaper, news article is going to talk about something very big, very negative that impacts the entire crypto, that's when you buy. That for us was SEC. So SEC done its part. We had all the negativity we needed, even some exchanges being pulled into courts, and most crypto, if not all, have been classified as securities, right? So now there's a bit of a drama going on. So how to regulate these things? They've done that. So that was the worst case scenario, worst news you could ever have. That's already happened. Once that happens, people buy. But then we know the market ends when there's too much hype. This hype right now is too soon. It's too quick. We don't need that. You know, it's like the next bit. If the ETF is approved, they're going to pump even more. Guys, calm down. Buy it now, then you're fine. Yes, it could go back down to 15k. If you're willing to hold it, you're fine. If you're not, then you're just preparing yourself to get wrecked. That's all I can say. I can't really say anything else. This is not financial advice. Apologies for giving you a bit of my personal issues and talking about that. I really didn't want to, but I thought it is kind of related, right? So what's been happening with me and how I've been literally drained, right? My energy, my emotions, everything been drained out of me, right? By people I know, right? I think most crypto, the top-notch cryptos, are also being impacted by people who know the project, who are the whales. If that makes sense, right? So yeah, other than that, like, share, subscribe. I'll catch you on another one very soon. Adios, my amigos.